And thank you, Robo. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
And yeah, welcome for Need for Speed ProStreet. Any percent with King Assist only. Actually, that's something I forgot to double check. It's in gameplay. Yeah, we are on King here.
Yes.
All day because we're playing Italian. So the bid war has talked, and Italian it will be.
Hell yeah.
So yeah. I think we are already running late enough, so we are going straight into the run in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, the goal for this run, it's only any percent, so you have 5 kings in the game, but we will only care about the Showdown king in this run. So the goal is simply to beat Ryo Watanabe. We won't bother about the other ones.
I mean, they're easy anyway.
Yeah, they are pretty lame. Like all 5 of them are pretty lame anyway. Yeah. But yeah.
So first of all, we have the prologue here. We're playing as Ryan Cooper.
Yeah.
You'll be hearing that name a couple of times from the commentators in game.
He loves us.
But yeah, we're playing as Ryan Cooper. He was trying to make him a bit of a name for himself. In the actual like racing thing.
Yeah, he comes from street racing and is making his way through legal racing organization.
Exactly, yeah.
And yes, this is so we skipped a cutscene where you see that it's the final race of detection to qualify for Battle Machine, which is the first organization we're gonna take off after this race. So it's just a pretty straightforward 3 lappers.
Yeah.
And the AI is very weak. On this race. I mean, it's kind of weak the whole game, but on this race it's really meant to be really easy.
Yeah, there are places later on where the AI can be a problem, like the checkpoint speeds challenge.
Yeah, in the sector shootouts sometimes they can be a bit trollish, but other than that, and Rio can annoy us in the wheelie, but otherwise there won't be much of a problem. So we use our NOS in this straight, our 2 NOS bar in this straight. Because it's the longest one, and also it's exit from a slow corner, so
yeah, NOS
doesn't where we benefit
NOS doesn't
more.
recharge in this game.
Yes.
It's like a single use or like a multiple times use only.
Yeah, it's also through shots, so I cannot just manage my use. I can only use 1 shot at the time, and oh,
oops, little kiss on the wall there.
And yeah, we are gonna beat this first race, and we almost we over half a lap ahead of the competition. Yeah. So Ryan Cooper is off
and stuff. Yeah.
So Ryan Cooper is off to Battle Machine. And another cutscene we can skip. There's not much cutscene we can skip.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the first race day of Battle Machine, we are actually not having our own cars.
Not yet.
Every time we get into a new organization, we get a race day where we are driving preset cars. And so this first race day has 4 events, including 2 drags. And it is possible to dominate the race day with 2 drags, which is a requirement to clear it and get access the next part of the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, the whole dynamic about this run is about scoring enough points to win or dominate the race days.
Yes.
This is what the game is all about, and yeah, we'll go into details a bit later on. We'll have plenty of time for that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But for now, all you need to know is that to dominate this first race day, we need sub 11:38 on both drags, and that would be enough points. So for that, I'm using the manual gearbox with clutch. I mean, you're stuck in manual in drags anyway, but
yeah.
I'm playing with manual clutch because it allows you to rev it up all the way and still gear fast.
Yeah.
And you have 3 attempts on a drag, but only the first one, only your best one out of the 3 counts towards the result. So now that we got 11:29 in the first one, we can just blow our engine. Twice and yeah, enjoy our win because it's just faster than completing the race 3 times. The other thing we could do to skip the race would be to jump the start, But for that, you still need to wait for the actual start to get disqualified. Meanwhile, if you engine blow,
it's just immediate.
yeah, it's immediately before, even before the start.
Like the lady still has to put her hands down, and
And actually, it is required to play with maximum more details because we need this girl to show up on the screen. Otherwise, we would have no visual cue for the start signal.
Right.
We could only react to the ready go.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, with our movement of the arms going down, you can kind of anticipate the start and a bit like cheese it.
Yeah. Okay.
Slightly jump the start.
Oh, yeah, you know
the
the animation after a while, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, because the animation is really predictable.
Yeah.
There
is a way, like, isn't there is a race later on though where it kind of tricks you though?
Yeah.
In Tokyo Docs, I believe.
Yeah.
Like the lady puts her hands down, but you can't go straight away.
So yeah, it's also important to use the NOS in third gear, because if we use it in second gear, we would have too slow of a time. It wouldn't be sub. Oh, that was actually pretty
close. Yeah.
This one shouldn't be too hard. Like you can do sub 11:20.
Okay.
But yeah, somehow this one was not the greatest. So yeah. But also, I said 11:38 for both, but actually they can compensate each other. So if you get like a good first drag, you can afford to have
go a bit slower on the second one.
To have a slower one, you will get away with it. So yeah, since we got good enough time to dominate the race day, we will blow our engine twice.
So is this two drags is just...
Yeah, and we'll dominate the race day. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like you don't have to even do the ones with the golf.
Yeah, because we weren't fast enough for that. If we were like above 11:38 on both, we would have to suffer through that horrendous.
I mean, you could just do try here. Like you have 3 tries.
And actually, we had the choice to pick the Civic instead of the Cobalt, but it is possible to pull it off with a.
Oh, I thought it was a Golf.
It's for the grip that you have a
cash
Golf
as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I got cash marker, so good.
Awesome.
We are not losing time.
Yeah.
Nice. So now we are gonna buy our first car. I mean, we already have the 240SX from the first race, but we are gonna buy the Mitsubishi Eclipse for the drag events. And I'll come soon into why. But since we got cash and we sold the Civic, we can afford level 3 NOS and level 1 tires. And we are gonna tune it to have tire pressure to the maximum and the NOS with maximum pressure. Because there is one of the drags actually that will be pretty tight on point. Yeah, maybe I need to move a bit closer because the mouse is pretty far away from me.
Yeah. Gotta reach out.
So yeah, now we are gonna do pretty much... At this point of the game, you pretty much have access only to grip races and drags.
Yeah.
And grip races, it's like circuit races with several laps. And we are driving like a really slow 240SX at the beginning of the game, so
yeah,
we don't really want to do that. We want to clear the race days with the drags because it's that much faster.
Yeah, also to explain like how exactly the progression of the story works is that you have certain big events like Battle Machine here, or like Battle Machine that we did before, and then like on the map it like goes there's above and below there's like race events that you can do as well. And once you've done enough, or you need to dominate some of them, you need to win some of them. Only win and dominate some
you
of
have a amount of requirements of dominated race day and won race day.
Exactly,
to unlock the finals of said organization.
Yeah.
So here we need 2 dominate and 4 wins.
Yeah.
But the dominate counts as a win as well. So we already have 1 dominate with the first race day that we could only dominate. Those ones we can only dominate, not win. We cannot win, only dominate.
It'll become more clearer afterwards, like when we actually...
And actually this race day, with only this drag, you can win the race day.
Right,
which is all that matters for us in this one, because...
so this one we only win.
Yeah, the next one we will get our second dominate.
Right. Obviously this is all routed, like everything here is...
This game is actually really interesting to route, because you have so many different race days, so many race events to pick from the race day. Not too much in the first part of the game, because like there's much less choice available to us. So yeah, we're immediately leaving the race day after getting the win, and we will move on to...
Yeah, you see like the progression, like top, bottom, like there's races that's unlocked there.
We are moving on to Portland. And this time we will dominate with 2 drags.
Yeah.
So a quarter mile, which we already seen, and also a half a mile, which is yeah, twice as long in distance, but not in time, because we are already at full speed for the remaining...
What was it called in Italian? Was it called quarter mile?
Quarta miglia.
Quarta miglia.
Yeah, it's translated to meters only in French, Swedish, and Japanese for some reason.
400 meters and 800 meters, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's only for those 3 languages, which is very strange.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know in German as well, it's also not translated.
Yeah.
10:01.
Yeah, but this race day
Nice
and the
one.
previous ones are not really tight in points, so
Yeah.
even with pretty bad times,
Yeah.
we could make it. However, the race day after this one will be the first, the first troublesome part
Okay, I see.
of the run.
Yeah.
Because the next one actually will be really tight on points to dominate with only the drag. So yeah, I said what's important is to win and dominate the race day with the least amount of races possible. And for that you need to score points. And the way the points work is that you get 4.5k from winning, 500 for not damaging your car, and then you get an extra bonus based on by how much you beat the target time the game set for you.
Yeah.
And that target time is calculated depending of your car, like the model of your car, and the upgrades you put on it.
Okay.
Which means we are not really looking for the fastest cars in the game, but we are looking for cars that are like not too slow, but that score a lot of points.
Yeah.
And that's the case with the Eclipse. The Eclipse really scores a lot of points because our target times are really bad, like 28 seconds for a half a mile.
69 though, nice.
Nice. So yeah, we are beating that by a mile. And also it's really strange that on drags, tires, suspension, and nitros don't affect your target time at all.
Oh, okay.
So we pretty much have the same target time as if the Eclipse was completely stock. And this is why also we prioritize those upgrades. Meanwhile, for example, an engine upgrade would help us a lot. It would make the car a lot faster, but
it will increase the time.
Yeah, the target time would be, it would decrease the target time a lot. So we would be scoring less points. And yeah, we would in some places that would be pretty costly.
Yeah.
And yeah, because we have stock transmission, we are stuck at 225 top speed.
Not very fast.
Yeah. But I mean, still good enough. Like our car is 200 horsepower. We can do sub 10 quarter mile. Yeah, I think Dominic Toretto would be proud of us.
He would consider us fake.
Yeah. But you'll see later in the game you can go a lot faster.
Yeah.
And yeah, in this run we won't even go the fastest possible you can go in the drags.
Is there some discrepancy like between cars in like? Do different runners use different cars for the routes, or is it like basically set in stone?
There is actually later on in the run, I will pick the Supra for drags, but you can also pick the Camaro.
Okay.
It's also very well viable, but because the Camaro is faster on the drags themselves, but it scores a bit less points, and it's also quite unstable. Like you can crash the car even on a drag race. It's so unstable that you can easily crash the car. So.
Right,
I'm not a big fan of it. And also, it makes it tighter on points for many race days. So
okay, yeah.
I'm just going the Supra way. So this is the first part that we are in trouble because we need to dominate with just this drag. And for that, we need a time of 988 or better.
988.
Yeah.
Let's go.
If it's 989, we are short by 3 points.
Oh, damn. It's that time.
So, yeah. We really need 988. Okay, max grip, that's good.
Grip, let's go. Is that actually noticeable?
A little bit.
Okay.
Nice, 981.
Got it, yeah.
We, yeah. we are out of trouble, we will win this race day.
Nice.
So that's the first scary part out of the way.
Okay. Is it only win this one?
Yeah, it's only win. Because we dominated already both events and we won Portland, so we need one more win for Battle Machine Finals. So now we'll engine blow twice once more. So if you have time for donations, it would be a good moment.
All right, fantastic. So, just wanted to let you guys know that we have some brand new targets for you to donate towards. So, yeah, you guys have been so generous. We've already smashed our previous goals. So now we've unlocked some new ones. Tobari and the Night of the Curious Moon is a run happening tomorrow. We have a $250 target to reach the final level of True Ending. So a bit of extra content there. And Super Mario Galaxy 2. We've also got a run of that coming up tomorrow, and so yeah, on that, if you donate, well, collectively, if you guys reach $250 towards that, then they will perform the hardest level of the game, the perfect run. So yeah, keep those donations coming in, and we can get some lovely more content. Back to you, cousin.
Okay, so now we have a cutscene we cannot skip, where we will see Rio for the first time since we skipped the cutscene at the beginning of the game. This is the first time we are seeing him in this run. He's gonna show off a bit.
He's our antagonist.
Yeah, he is the antagonist. He's the one, yeah, we are aiming to beat to complete this run. And yeah, so as the announcer said in Italian, if we dominate, it's also, the finals is also a race that we can only dominate. You cannot just win it. And dominating it makes you advance to the next. You're too slow. And it makes you advance to the next organization, which will be React Team sessions, and then we are gonna repeat have another event with preset cars, but with different ones, with new locations, and yeah, with more race day to win and dominate. The requirements will be bigger, and yeah, we'll finally see something else than a drag.
Yeah, 16 hours.
Yeah, because there are 2 drags, but they are not enough to dominate the event. We can, even if we get like the best we can out of this eclipse, we cannot dominate with just the 2 drags. Actually, even with the Supra, we couldn't. So
yeah, so it's a sector shootout for the first one. The way this works is you see the points in the middle of the screen counting down. So you want the fastest person in the queue scores the most points, and you want to just dominate all 4 sectors.
But what makes this game mode really unfair is that you get the points only if you beat the record, the current record for the sector. So like it's really not an esports friendly game mode, like. And
because the guy who starts first obviously will just score the most points. It's
it's a huge advantage. Yeah, unless somebody behind beats him in every sector, the guy in first will win. And actually, the guy in first is one of the biggest meme in this game. It's
Joe Tackett.
Yeah, Joe Tackett.
Oh, 0 points! Come on.
The teammate of Rio. Oh, actually, Joe Tackett still holds the record. Oh, we're actually in second place. Maybe I should keep my nose bar for.
Yeah, for the second sector, maybe. Yeah. Because you get 500 bonus points for if you dominate all 4 sectors.
So we would be safe of Joe. Yeah. Okay, so time. Let's try to not
dive it down the inside.
Oh,
beautiful move.
That's such a bad line. I hope it will be enough to beat our good friend Joe. Okay, nice. Oh, and I missed the corner here. It doesn't matter. We're gonna win this anyway.
It's just finishing at this point.
So yeah, this is the type of race like this. Yeah, the point system is so unfair that it is one of the few places where the AI can troll us.
Yeah.
Luckily, we are only playing 2 sector shootout in the whole run, and the second one is against Rio. So
okay.
So that's a good thing out of the way. And now back to back to the drags. Then Joe Tackett is in this race as well, and this is where the meme comes from because he's really terrible at drags. Maybe we will be able to see in the transition how poorly he does. But yeah, no AI can really put Sots in trouble at this stage of the game. The toughest one is one of the teammates of the Drag King.
Yeah.
But he's doing like 13 or 14 seconds in the quarter mile, so he's a lot slower than our nearly stock Eclipse.
With NOS.
Yeah, you can see 16:46. He's miles behind.
Yeah.
Actually, I know some casual players have issues with this guy, Wade Jackson.
He's got the Ryan Cooper's. He's borrowing the car.
Yeah, his color is pretty close as well. But I saw all over the internet that some players had some trouble with him. But yeah, for me, it's never really been a problem. Like, and he's not even the first AI right now, so I don't really know where that comes from. But yeah, maybe in the audience or in the chat there are victims of Wade Jackson.
Anyone? I'm actually reading the chat, so yeah, if anyone has Wade Jackson problems, let me know. I'll forward any questions, by the way. If anyone has any questions about the run, please ask them in the chat, and I will forward them to Cousin if they're interesting enough.
If they're interested in them.
So for your exclusive chance to get called out by Riggy on the rubbishness of your questions, please post them in chat now.
So yeah, one last drag to access React Team session. And yeah, the burnout at the start, the point of it is to get the maximum amount of grip in your tires to get a better traction at the start. It helps a bit, but not a lot, to be honest. Like, even if I was doing mediocre burnouts, it wouldn't matter that much. And we can't even see him in the distance.
He's just gone.
And yeah, it's an auto scroll anyway. You cannot skip the burnout, so
Yeah.
it's just something you have to go through.
Linkbosk asks, "Is that a Supra?"
Soon.
Soon.
Soon it will be. So yeah, we are blowing more engines. Mitsubishi is gonna love us, like we are.
Yeah.
We are having to buy so many spare parts from them.
It's actually interesting because you use a graphics settings, so
Yeah.
you don't have to replace or like use a damage marker. Or something.
Because the thing is, there is a visual option only on the PC version. You have a graphic option to disable damage, but it doesn't disable it completely. Like, you can still crash the car, getting like damage and stuff. But the game is, you don't see it visually, and as the option hints it, but it's still a more lenient damage model. Even for the performance damage, it's more lenient than if you let that option on, if you let the damage on. And also, for some reason, when I engine blow like that, if you do it with damage on, you would leave the race with heavy damage.
That was Ryan Cooper, by the way.
Yeah, that was
first
Ryan
time we
Cooper.
saw him, actually.
Yeah, face reveal.
Not really, but you can see like what I mean. Like,
I mean, it's the most
graphic.
you will see.
Yeah, all that Ryan Cooper does is in cutscenes is like celebrate, cheers, and like stuff like that.
Yeah, he's only celebrating his.
Yeah, I mean, fair play.
victories.
I mean, you are leading him to victory anyway, so. Never mind the broken engines.
Yeah, I mean, for someone who explodes a lot of engines, he's quite a happy chappy.
And yeah, if we were playing with damage, we would exit the drags with heavy damage, so it would lose time because we would have to repair. It would cost us markers or money.
Yeah.
And also we would lose 500 points from collecting damage.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
you lose points for damage.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
We would lose the 500 points for no damage. So yeah, that's why we play with damage off. And also, like, even in the grip races and stuff or speed challenges, we can, like, it just helps to, you know, have a more lenient damage model. You can hit some stuff without,
Yeah.
like, if you turn damage on, it's really easy to pick up light damage. And meanwhile,
That
it's
is,
a lot more, you need a more bigger hits to.
Yeah. And like light damage does not affect performance, but heavy damage.
It does a bit actually.
Yeah.
But it's small. Like it's still
Right.
still very well drivable. Like.
Okay, yeah. But like heavy damage, you will notice.
Yeah. Heavy damage is pretty bad. And then there's the next level, which is total head.
Yeah.
Or,
Basically, as soon as your car hits the roof,
Yeah.
like on the ground, like you can do a barrel roll. If you land on your wheels, you're fine. but
No. If you touch the roof on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you do a barrel roll and land on the wheels, then you're fine
Yeah.
still.
But I mean, if your roof touches the ground and then you land on your wheels, it's still
it's
total
still
head.
total. Yeah. Basically, that's like the death trigger
Yeah.
for the car.
Yeah, you can also total it for just a too big of a hit as well.
Yeah.
It can also total the car.
Game is somewhat still realistic. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah. You'll see when we get to the drift events how some of it is not very realistic.
And speaking about drift, like this is the first route change. So we are playing. You might see the title is King Assist only, which is the lowest amount of settings. But if you play this game, you'd be like, the other settings are nerfing you anyway, right? So why would this be required, like as a category? And it's because in the drift, if you play in casual mode, you have a lot of possibilities given by the extra assist to cheese the drift and score an absurd amount of points.
Yeah, it's quite ridiculous.
Yeah. So the first. What you've seen so far was the same route, whether it's just any percent or any percent King Assist only. But actually, in the normal any percent, you don't have to do this grip, because the 2 drifts event we are about to do, you can score enough points. In casual, you could score enough just with those 2 drifts. But since we are stuck on King, we cannot. We cannot access the OP. Drift scoring system.
We can still do some shenanigans on King Assist.
Yeah, we are not spoiling it for now, but yeah, we'll come to see later. So yeah, this on this drift, ideally we need 6k or more, and then like 3.5 on the other one should do it. So we need to keep the combo here. Okay, this should be fine. Yeah, this should be fine if I know. The hard part is behind us. So yes, that's just a preview of what's gonna happen next.
Yeah. It gets much worse than that.
Yeah. But if we were in casual, we could do that for the whole layout and score 10k. Even more, you can even go up until 11 or 12, but...
Yeah,
to dominate without the grip, you would need 10k on both drifts, which we cannot do on King. So, as for the drags, it's only your best attempt out of the 3 that counts. However, unlike drags, you cannot engine blow, and destroying the car wouldn't make it. We wouldn't win the race if we destroy our car. So we will just go through the remaining 2 attempts as fast as we can. So that's one out of the way, and we have the second one to do. And then on the other drift, we got a pretty good score. We got like 6.8, I think.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So 3k points on the other drift should do it, which shouldn't be difficult.
One of the AI totaled.
Yeah. You can have like even 2 AIs totaling on this one. Yeah,
Oh yeah, first time I read about the music in the chat. The music in this game, absolute
banger. Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
It's all, well, it's basically all EA games from the 2000s.
Yeah.
Just, they all have such great soundtracks.
Meanwhile, EA games nowadays.
Nowadays, it's a different story, but this is one of the best soundtracks in a speed game for sure.
Yeah, and it contributes to the vibe of this game. Like
Exactly,
this game has such a special vibe. Like I couldn't name a game similar to ProStreet.
Yeah, I think it's aged quite well.
Yeah.
But like I think at the time, I can speak from personal experience because I played all the other Need for Speed games. Like I played Most Wanted, Underground 1 and 2, Carbon, and then it became less street racing and this like regular like actual racing type. And a lot of people found that change kind of
Yeah, a lot of people
weird.
didn't like it at the time.
I, for example, I was not a fan of this change because I wanted to continue to do street racing and stuff. Even though this, like, it was just a different approach to racing games in total, like making it like a legit racing simulator, basically.
Okay, that's much more than we need, so we are fine.
You're too slow!
So we now can just clear the other two runs out of the way and dominate the race day. But yeah, this game has such a special vibe. It's really and yeah, I even think it's kind of better now than then, because I think at the time it was pretty demanding for the computers of the time.
Yeah.
So for a lot of people had a lot of trouble running this game. Running this game on their computer at the time. Oh.
Oopsie.
Oops.
In the kitty litter.
This is not a manip or a shortcut or strat anyway.
Buon lavoro. Great job. The game's even trolling you.
Yeah. That hurts.
Yeah. But yeah, it's this game. I played this game on PlayStation 2, for example, and it's heavily downgraded for that. Obviously,
I used to play on the PS2 as well when I was a kid. Yeah.
Couldn't afford anything better yet.
Yeah.
But like I said, I didn't like it back then. I didn't actually end up playing it that much. But then, like years on later, I found like the only thing I really liked were the Nevada speed challenges. I really like those because like you go really fast, obviously, and stuff. And I really wanted to replay those, so I downloaded the. There was an official demo you could download on your PC. So I did that, and I found okay, this is actually pretty fun, but. I'm not sure I could buy it on PC. I wasn't playing on PC back then. I was on console.
The thing is, this game is not available in online stores anymore, so the only legit way to play it is to buy the disc second-hand.
Yeah, back then it was still probably, but I still ended up just buying a used copy for my Xbox 360.
So we
played it
dominated, and we will pick the GTO. That will surprisingly be a very useful car for this run.
We're using that for a while.
Yeah, we are using it at various moments in the run, But now we have quite a lot of menuing to do, because we will buy our drift car, which is a Camaro. And we are gonna sell the 240SX and switch the GTO to grip, because we need a grip car to enter the events.
Yeah.
And we will also need it for a few events. So we are just putting the upgrades the car had with the preset. We have to put it back manually, which is, I think, the worst feature of this game, is that when you change the blue. Oh, I don't need to tune for this car. And what do I have enough money, or will I have to do? Yeah, I think I will have to go for an extra menuing. Yeah, I'm nowhere near enough money.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I kept the Eclipse, so I will just do a small reroute and go for this event first. I will do an extra menuing, but it's fine.
Yeah. I think when you were practicing the other day, you also had that money shortage.
Yeah, it's really tight on money. It's possible to have all the upgrades we want straight away, but
if you get lucky and get a cash marker from one of the race days.
Yeah, because you can get cash markers from every race day, and you don't always get the same cash marker as well. So here we are gonna try to dominate with drag and drift. Should be pretty straightforward. I will just after the drag, I will just check how many points I need. So yeah, with the lights, you can also kind of cheese the start, because the pattern of the lights is actually consistent. Unlike real life racing, where usually between the last light and the green, you have a random time to prevent the drivers from anticipating the start. The game doesn't do that. It's always the same pace, so you can kind of cheese the three lights.
Are you looking to win or dominate this race?
I'm looking for dominate, because I'm easily winning with just the drag, but actually if we were doing
We're gonna check points.
Yeah, after this drag, I'm gonna check points. But yeah, if we were doing the normal any %, we could dominate the Leipzig race days with just one drift. But since we're on King, we can only win those with the drift,
Yeah.
which we're gonna do later. So instead of just winning with the drag this one, we have to do the extra drift to dominate. And yeah, with 1018 should be 14k something. So yeah,
We won.
we won, but it's not enough. We want more. 9.46, that means I need 5.46. It should be fine. I should be able to do that without needing shenanigans. Just by driving normally, I should be able to score more than that. So this layout is actually pretty short, and we will see it once more in the React Team Session finals. And yeah, and since we have the smoke effect turned on, you can see that's a lot of smoke.
Yeah, they really went all out with the smoke effect for this game.
Yeah, they had a really... oh, I think that won't be enough. Okay, I will need to... I guess I will need to use my magic card here to get the 5k points.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I told you could do absurd strats only on casual, where I kinda lied, because on some layouts you can do it on King anyway. And this is one of the layouts. So since I'm not scoring enough with just the engine upgrade, because the most powerful your car is... Oh, okay, this is bad.
Oops.
I went way too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally I was relying on the game to pull me back here, but it didn't, because I entered too fast. It's my fault. But yeah, now it's pretty bad because I'm gonna need it. I only have one more attempt.
Yeah.
To not lose a major time. So let's try to not. Let's try to not choke this.
So the idea is, what Cousin's trying to do is base the car in one direction only. So it looks a bit weird. He's going around a left-hand corner while still facing the right way. And he wants to try that because he wants to keep the combo. If you only hold the drift in one direction, the longer you go, the more you increase your combo. And you can see, like, he gets a crazy score. Like that's... If you know scoring in this game, you know how crazy it is.
Yeah, and you can see the AI is only scoring 1.6.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And
this is kind of the thing that you can do in the casual.
Yeah,
drift
in casual you can do that in so many places. Meanwhile, on King it's only a few.
It's much harder
layouts,
to do on King, yeah.
Yeah, on some layouts it's just impossible. Yeah, because the game doesn't pull you back on track as much.
Yeah.
So now we are putting the
transmission,
the turbo, and no transmission. We're gonna tune it as well. And now we are ready for Leipzig. So yeah, on here we will need 19k points on the drift to win the race day. And in casual you could actually win it with only one drift by doing all on the right side. And you would need 42.8k. And you can score even up to 48, which is a complete absurd amount of points. But yeah, here we need 19.
19.
Yeah, 19,000 is what we need. So yeah, because we're on King, we cannot hold it to the right in this part. Here we can though.
So the combo still increases, but it's obviously not as much as it would be if we could hold it the entire way.
Yeah, it's really weird how the combo works. When you change direction immediately, you still keep part of the combo, and that won't be enough. Yeah.
Oh, very, very close.
By 70 points. Okay, then we have to... Yeah, so not getting in on the first try kind of wastes time, because I
Yeah.
still need to
You
go
still
for
need to do
points.
it, yeah.
Meanwhile, if I was clear, I could just like cut through the chicane and
Yeah.
try to finish as fast as I can. But yeah, here I have to do it again. This should be good.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
this
got
will
it
be
now,
good.
Yeah.
It's okay. We got light damage, but it will cost us only 500 points.
Yeah.
So we are above 19.5, so the light damage is not a big issue here. So yeah, we cleared this one, and actually on the next race day we will have to do it again, because it's another race day on Leipzig.
Okay.
We have the same drift layout,
Yeah.
and it's also 19k to win. So if you have time for donations or announcement or whatever.
Yeah, I've got time for a very appropriate donation. Sylvan Cage has donated $10. It says, let's go, ProStreet and Prague for Leipzig and world record.
Hello, Sliven.
So thank you very much for that. Very appropriate and well
Hey,
timed.
Sliven.
So yeah, that's enough to win the race day. And actually, this race day only came with the 1.1 patch of the game. So if you played this game on the PS2 or on the Wii, you probably never saw this layout. Because it just doesn't exist for those versions, because they never got 1.1. I think PS3 and 360 got it though. And yeah, it was also made to advertise various DLCs that got released from the game. But this particular expansion was for free with the 1.1. But like the AI opponents in this race, they use the DLC cars that are not the DLC cars. We couldn't use it for the speedrun because the speedrun is no DLC.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of DLC for this game, so having the whole thing would cost a lot of money if you purchased it legally.
Yeah.
And it's actually not even possible to get the DLCs legitimately anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
Because they are a long time removed from the stores.
You can not even like, well, you could get the disc for the game.
Yeah, but
that's the only way.
So it's fine. I have 20.9, so even despite light damage, it's fine.
You only can legally buy the game with a disc these days.
Yeah.
Which is just.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a disc tray in my PC. Do you?
I don't, but you can still have external.
Yeah, but who wants that? Come on.
So yeah, we got more than enough. So this time we can just cut it through the chicane twice. And yeah, these race days added in 1.1, they also give you a lot more money. From winning the race days and dominating the race day as well. So it will be helpful for later on when we will buy a Porsche 911 Turbo. If we were not doing Leipzig, we would be way tighter on money.
Yeah.
And actually, since we were so short on money earlier, I hope I will have enough to buy, because after this race day I will buy the Supra, so I will make Linkboss happy.
Yeah.
But I hope I will have enough money to fully upgrade it.
Let's hope so.
Otherwise, it might be an issue.
We might get a cash marker. That would help.
Yeah, that would help. Yeah. Normally, I'm fine. It has never happened to fall short on money for the Supra at this stage of the game, but like who knows? Like ProStreet can make you discover many new things every day.
Marathon luck, they call it.
Yeah, and it's a marathon luck. Okay, so we are gonna have the win animation, and then we are gonna go through more menuing. And no cash.
No cash, Sag.
I hope we'll be fine. So the Supra for the drag. Now we can sell the Eclipse. I don't know if this is fine actually. Transmission level 2. Suspension level 2. Tires level 3. Is this enough? Okay, it is barely enough.
Barely,
wow.
yeah.
So we're gonna put everything to stiff. And maximum ride height, maximum tire pressures.
No, we're not going over bumps.
Yeah, because it doesn't gain that much time, but the extra amount of points that will give us is very welcome. Maximum tire pressure, and then minimum first gear. Here, maximum, maximum, maximum. Here, halfway, halfway, and maximum. And we are good to go. And you'll see that now the drags will go even faster.
Nice.
And for the next race date, so another one of those race days, we will dominate with only one drag. And for that, we will need a time below 7:65. So this is the one Riggy talked about earlier, where the girl at the start can troll us pretty bad.
The troll, yeah.
But as long as we don't jump start 3 out of 3, it should be fine. Because like jumping the start only wastes like 1 second compared to blowing the engine.
Yeah.
So as long as we get our time in, it's not that big of a deal if we jump the start once.
Oh, now this is fast.
Yeah. And 745,
Yeah,
it's
nice.
way more than enough. Yeah, with the stiff suspension really helps a lot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be more like in the 50s or in the 750s. So now we are gonna engine blow twice, and then we are gonna get a funny cutscene. We'll see Rio showing up briefly.
Time for a quick donation while you're blowing some engines?
Yeah, you can.
Fantastic. Our very own Viper has donated $10. Thank you so much, Viper. Look forward to seeing you at ESA later on. The comment reads, "Hey, cousin and Riggy, good luck on both of your runs. Sadly, I'll be in work during your RDR2 run, but hope everything goes well and looking forward to seeing everyone again soon." And thank you,
Thursday
Viper.
morning, 8 a.m. Just
Thank you very much, Viper.
yeah, thanks, Viper.
Cheers.
And now we will see Angry Rio coming up.
He is not happy.
Look at him. Look at him, look at him. Ah. It's only on this race day for some reason. And even if you like go through the game without clearing this race day and beat Rio, and then you come back to this race day and complete it, you still get that cutscene popping up. And we are already unlocked the Drag King. Actually, we don't have the category, but if we had a category for like beating any king, I'm pretty sure we could beat the Drag King, Carol Monroe, in less than an hour.
Yeah, should be possible.
Because to unlock the other kings, you need 10 track records of the whatever style.
Yeah, we've done so many drags now.
Yeah. Of the style you need to unlock the king of the race style. So here we are gonna try to dominate with the time attack and with the drag. And actually that's really bad because Henrik then showed up to the race. He's one of the teammates of the Grip King, and he laps a lot faster than the other AI, and he can actually get pretty close to our time. So, and if he beats us, it's gonna be really bad for the points, because not getting first place is really bad for points. So we can cut a bit through the track. We have only one NOS bar, and it's a time attack, so the points are calculated on our best lap. So we are not wasting it on the first lap. If we are being held up, I'm probably gonna save it for the
last
third lap. I don't know. Let's see if we can overtake them. Luckily, Henrik then is kinda blocked, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay, let's save the NOS for the last lap.
Probably a good idea.
Because this is really bad.
Whoa!
I'm
Did
getting
crash into you?
Oh, but look who it is.
Pastor Maldonado over.
Okay, he only got a 35, so hopefully we can overtake him here, though, otherwise he will be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Okay, I blocked him a bit. Okay, this should be fine. Okay, this is much better. And with the NOS at the end, we should be good. I know Stubby 30.
Yeah, I think it should be fine.
This is fine. This is
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
31 is
Easy.
fine. Yeah. Good. Not the cleanest race, but we
mean,
got what we came for.
He
so-
crashed into us. It just have to be said.
Yeah, it's not our fault. But we got what we came for, so
Yeah.
it's what matters. Normally, with the drag, we as long
Klaus
as
to you. Never really paid much attention to the names. but
yeah,
fun.
it's actually not the worst game for the AI names by far. Like Need for Speed Undercover is really bad with AI names. Like
Okay.
yeah, like you have a brick wall, mostly deaf. You have also something like the Persecutor, like some really random
Okay.
names. Like they're really like for Undercover, it was really bad. Also, in Most Wanted, you have 10 Cent, you have Clown, you have Snail,
Yeah,
you have Street Legal.
Yeah.
And in Underground 1, you have LeBron as well.
Okay. Ericsson hit us. Yeah. Ericsson hit us.
Henriksen, because it was Henrik
Henriksen,
then.
Oh yeah, the classic F1 meme.
Yeah.
We live for those.
So yeah, with that last engine blow, we should unlock the Autopolis Finals, where we will see again the drift layouts we saw earlier, but this time we have the fully upgraded Camaro, so we should score more. But this one, it can actually be a bit tight sometimes. So.
Yeah. How many points are we looking for?
It depends of how good our drag is, but it's usually around 12k. Dominato.
Dominato. Cash.
Get the 2 rewards.
Well, cash doesn't matter anymore now, does it?
Not really,
Yeah.
because by doing both Leipzig, we should be clear. We should be easily have the money for the Porsche. And actually, we have another cutscene with Rio showing off for like 1 minute. So if you have an announcement to make or donations, you can go
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. So we are happy to announce that we've got some new targets for you to donate for. So for $50, we have Yono and the Celestial Elephants coming up. This evening, Jazzy will be running the reverse boss order. For a $50 reward, you will be able to select which skin he'll be using, which character skin he'll be using, and the choices are Link, Darth Maul, or Panda. I think actually also like any of those would be amazing. So yeah, if you want to pick that, if you want to nail that down, then absolutely get your donations in. Regardless of whether you go for a reward or not, we do have several targets that you can put towards anyway. If you click the rewards tab when you on the Tiltify page, to bar in the Night of the Curious Moon, we can get the final level of True Ending. For Super Mario Galaxy 2, we can perform the very hardest level in the game. Back to you. Sorry.
No, sorry, I just saying it's Showtaket, the man, the myth, the legend.
The legend.
So yeah, here actually the right side is a bit better than the left side, but of course the game always will, like most of the time it will put you on the left side because it can feel that you need the other side. So that's because of that, like,
Yeah.
they didn't program the start box properly, so you don't start very well aligned, and you end up running through the grass at the end.
That's actually caught me out many times, yeah. And then you try
Yeah.
to correct it, and you overcorrect it,
Yeah.
and you go too far to the right. And then
It actually loses time. And if I was playing the Camaro, for example, the grass can pull you like all the way to the left.
Yeah.
And if you try to correct it, the car flips. So
Exactly, yeah. And then you
yeah.
total on a drag.
yeah. So
How embarrassing would that be?
And you have to redo the whole drag and go through the 1 hour cutscene where you see your car flipping over. So yeah, this is why I am not a Camaro believer for the drags. And also, like, I don't even know if this could be possible with only 2 events, or at least with the shorter drift, because you can do it with the longer drift layout. But the short drift must be tight with the Camaro. I think it's doable, but the thing is you score less points with the Camaro, so it's definitely a lot tighter. Meanwhile here, we have to score 12.003 precisely. Yeah, so we will try to get that in the same layout as last time. So we will try to do exactly the same strat. We'll try to cheese it again. I'll try to not choke it twice this time.
And going around the left-hand turn facing the right way. This is what they talked about in the movie Cars, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
if you turn right, you end up going left.
Yeah, but only at 50 kph. I might have released a bit too late. Oh, we're fine.
Just about.
Yeah, by 120 points. Very nice.
Nice.
So yeah, we scored enough. We can now drive the layout as fast as we can to clear this up. Yeah, go ahead.
The drift, like you can't like actually like do it really fast. Like it automatically drifts.
Yeah.
In this, like you have drift physics. I believe they are just different physics.
Yeah, it is different physics.
Yeah.
You can have a different physics for every game mode. Like the grip physics are different than the speed challenge physics.
Yeah.
And the drag physics are also physics of their own. But yeah, I said earlier that this game was very fun to route because you have so many possibilities, especially after this race day we'll unlock Super Promotion, and this is where we have a lot of race days available, a lot of race days to beat as well. So yeah, and there's a lot of stuff we still find in the route because there was a small community for this game like around 5-6 years ago running the game. But they didn't explore everything. They didn't know much about the drifting cheesy strats as well. And then pretty much the board works completely dead for 5 years, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then a small group of runners came back like around 1.5 years ago. And ever since then the game has made a lot of progress. Like the record for Whole Kings has gone down by for this category, King Assist only has gone down by like half an hour. Any percent went down by like 20+ minutes, and the All Kings category as well went down by over 20 minutes, and it's not even that optimized yet. Like, we are not even reaching the.
It has like I feel like it's picked up recently. Like you've been doing more runs, obviously ahead of this, like to practice.
Yeah.
But you've also done All Kings. Sliven has done more runs recently. Yeah, it's cool that it's picked up because I think this is one of the most underrated Need for Speed games.
And we also had like around 1 year ago a Russian runner named Crazy and a French runner named Ice Cream that is on the French restream right now. So hey Ice. They both run this game, and actually they only did the normal 90%, but they pushed each other pretty far. They battled each other for the record, and it means this category has been more pushed than the other one. But yeah, for the others, we are still like making progress very quickly. Yeah.
Is we had a question in the chat actually. The favorite song, our favorite song on the soundtrack. What would you say?
For me, it's Pogo by Digitalism.
Okay.
It's my.
I'm gonna say Junkie XL more.
Oh yeah.
But there's like 3 different remixes of that on the game, but like all of them are really cool, and they're not on Spotify. That's so annoying.
Oh yeah. Pogo is though.
Yeah, like there's a whole Spotify playlist. There's also another one I really like. Let me just find the name of that.
So yeah, this is another time attack event. So since we are in King only, there is a drift, which we could, if we could play on casual assist, we could cheese one of the drifts. With the preset Viper, but this one is probably one of the most cancer in the whole run, so yeah, it's a good argument to run King only is to not having to suffer that drift. Instead, we will actually play the game by doing this time attack and 2 speed events, which will be the 2 first speed events we will do in the run. They can be a bit trollish though, because we are driving a bad preset Viper. So hopefully it will go fine. But actually one of the speed events coasted the world record to Slivan
Oh yeah.
not too long ago. So.
Because of the rubber banding enemy, like
yeah, the height actually doesn't rubber band in this game, but however, the thing is, these cars, you cannot reach 5th gear without the draft. Otherwise, you will just lose speed in 5th gear. But if you get the draft is really powerful in this game. So you can gain like 50 kph by drafting. Like you go even more than that, because you can go like 320, 330 in the downhill with this car without draft, and you can go 400.
Yeah.
With the draft.
Was the speed cap 402 miles an hour?
Yeah, it's capped. Yeah, the game caps at 403, no matter your gearbox.
Yeah.
And actually, here it's simply a race, but thing is, we can have AI drafting us and staying really close behind us, and it might involve having to do some blocking strats.
Yeah.
Near the end, if that happens. But if they don't keep the draft early on, we might lose them. But having the draft can also be a help, because sometimes they can overtake us.
Yeah.
And we can get their draft and gain some time. It seems like so far they are not following really close, but if they draft each other, they can catch up.
Yeah, it's like I said this to you before, like the DRS shenanigans like in Formula 1 that they do. Like you deliberately don't overtake ahead of the DRS detection point, so you get the DRS and can overtake more easily. Yeah,
it's also a classic NASCAR move to not be first in the last lap. To take advantage of the draft and
IndyCar as well.
Sniping on the line,
in the ovals. Happened last year in Indy 500.
Yeah, so in this downhill we can actually keep on to our 5th gear and keep on to our speed. So I use the nitros here to do some distance at 350. Meanwhile, otherwise I would be stuck at 320 without the draft. So we didn't get help from the AI, but at least they won't cause you trouble neither, because they are 3 seconds behind. So we should be fine from now on.
Charlie Heyman is our next.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, he is keeping at a constant distance. Yeah, you can see them in the background.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
But the next one can be more trollish because it's a top speedrun.
Yeah.
So it's only it's like the speed trap races. If you played Carbon and Most Wanted, it's the same game mode as the speed trap race. So you have some checkpoints where you have to your speed gets it's the sum of your speeds at the checkpoint that gets added. So and your position on the track doesn't matter. No. So if the AI draft each other and you get pretty bad draft and you get blocked by an AI,
it's possible.
You can it's possible to get beaten, and you cannot really afford second place. It's not that tight on points, but it's tight enough so that not winning is an issue.
It makes a difference for sure.
Yeah, so hopefully this will go fine.
Also, it's been pointed out that the soundtrack in this game is like it's shared a lot of soundtracks with Dirt 2.
Yeah.
And it does. I remember that distinctive because Dirt 2 is one of my favorite games, racing games as well. I really like that.
Okay, let's try to get some drafts from the car. But yeah, as you can see, as they try to turn into us like that, it's really annoying. Okay, we got some drafts. Okay, so far we are first. Should be fine. Also, draft just helps us clearing the race faster. So it's...
Oh no!
This is really bad.
That's not nice.
This is actually really bad.
Yeah.
I think we are still fine, but we are not gonna get draft for the last one.
Shame we can't tell which name it is, or I would curse them out right now.
Yeah, because with the presets, they all have either the Viper or the Skyline, so...
We'll just call him Checo Perez.
Yeah. At least I won't give draft to the guy behind me, so I should be fine. Rage. Yeah, we are fine.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good by a comfortable margin. So
Yeah, a couple. Good.
we're gonna clear the race there, and we will pick the Viper over the Skyline. Both are useless, but the Viper is worth more money. Even though we kinda don't need. Oh, what? Oh.
36 points. Oh,
What even
wow.
can I do?
Uh,
I guess I can do one of the drifts, but this is really bad.
yeah.
Okay, I only need 30 points, so I could like even get last, and it would be enough points.
Yeah. Well, that's.
Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah, we didn't even have the points on bolt. On
Yeah,
count.
yeah.
Yeah.
Never happened to me in practice. Oh, I think I might know why. When I hit the Viper, the AI, I might have picked light damage, even if the message didn't show up.
It didn't show up. I don't think it
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
But yeah, because it doesn't show up sometimes when it still shows the checkpoint message for checkpoints. Like sometimes you can skip some messages. I guess that's what happened. So we lost 500 points and
That sucks.
yeah, that's really really bad. I mean, I could have redone it and it would have been probably shorter. But what if it happens again? You know, like
Yeah.
then I have to redo it over and over. So at least by doing that drift, I will get the points no matter
Yeah.
what. Because if I was to redo the same race, I would need to top my score by 38 points to.
The estimate
to
is
score more
thankfully
points.
generous.
Yeah.
So
So yeah.
we should be fine.
So if I were to run into more issues in the same race day, I would have to redo it several times and.
Yeah.
So whatever, I would just take the L and do the cringe backup.
This is actually a pretty cool drift track, though.
Yeah, but in the normal 80% with the casual assist, it is really bad. Because you have to do it all the way on the right side.
Okay, yeah.
And there's that part with the bridge. We call it the bridge drift because that's where the critical part is.
Okay.
And yeah, you have to do it twice. One in this race day with the Viper, where you can do like 20. You can do 20k points, I think.
The Viper strikes. They were
Yeah.
pointing out Viper
Yeah.
was in the way.
And the Viper is really bad. Like to keep it to the right side and keeping the speed, it's really bad with the Viper.
Yeah.
And then later on in the run, you would have to do it again with the Camaro.
Yeah, because you only get this car for this event, obviously.
Yeah. It's an event with preset cars, so you have to suffer through the Viper no matter what. Oh, okay, it counts as a finish
Okay.
still.
Even if we lose 500
Yeah.
points, what is
I
that?
mean, if I totaled the car, though, it would have been
yeah, that
absolutely horrible. But yeah, we dominated with an extra race, so it's a bit disappointing, but whatever. We are still fine. Since we found so many new stuff with the route, the estimate is quite lenient, so we should be fine. And now we come to maybe, I don't know if it's probably the most difficult drift in the run.
Okay.
Because we will try to dominate with only one drift. And it's the one we can cheese on King as well. And yeah, we need 32.8k points.
32.
Yeah, 32.8. That's what we need. So for that, we will turn to the right side. And at the end of the long straight, this is where it can go wrong. At the beginning of the last corner, because the game will stop pulling us, so we'll have to straighten the car while keeping the combo. Otherwise, our line would be too compromised for the end. So it's better to do it in third gear, so I'm shifted up to third gear.
So the way you're doing this is basically holding brake and accelerate at the same time here.
Handbrake and accelerate, yeah.
Handbrake and accelerate.
Yeah, because if I was hitting the brake, I would slow down. It actually be used like if you feel like you're entering too fast and you don't want to compromise your setup, you can just tap the brake. I think that would that be enough?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Oh, barely. Wow. Okay, so we are clear. We can drive this layout as fast as we can twice more. So if you have anything more to advertise or or donations to read, maybe, then you can go ahead.
Thank you very much. So, just a quick reminder that when you do donate, if you donate $40 or more, you can sign yourself up for a nice shiny reward. winter shirts and the Goosebert shirts. So at the same time as raising money and making wishes come true, you can get yourself a nice bit of swag as well as an exclusive ESA shirt as a thank you. So yeah, please do keep those donations coming in. Thanks a lot, guys.
So yeah, as we said, since the drift mode has its own physics, we pretty much are sliding anyway, even we are trying to go fast, because yeah, that's the physics for this mode works. Like as soon as you turn with a bit of speed, the car will just go into a slide. So yeah, it's just faster to do that. We just don't bother with the points too much. And also like pull us back a lot on the track, a lot more than King. So we could just like pretty much YOLO everything, and the game would just push us back in the road. But on King it does it still, which is a bit weird because like you don't have any true no assist mode. Like it still assists you, it still pulls you back. Otherwise, but it just pulls you less. And even like in the grips and the speed events, you still have, like even when you have traction control off, you still have some kind of traction control. And when you get too close to an AI, it will brake a bit for yourself to avoid the contact. And yeah, I don't really know why they did that. It's a bit annoying that even with the least amount of assist, you still get assist.
There's also no like like choosing like which assist you want and which assist you don't want.
Yeah, you can to some extent. Like you can disable manually stability control, traction control, and ABS.
Yeah, the ones that you see on the bottom of the UI.
Yeah, and you can also disable the racing line that you see on grip event. Yeah, you can disable it, but I just keep it on because like it doesn't slow you down, and like it's just extra visual cues for braking.
Yeah.
Like of course, if you brake like where the game tells you, it would be way too slow, but you can still use it as a visual cue, like braking X amount of meters later than. So here we need 20.2k, but this one is pretty easy actually. It's much easier than the previous one. And yeah, this is way more than we need.
Nice.
It's actually one of the few instances where in casual you can do the last corner on the right side, but it doesn't score more for some reason. So even on casual you would pull back to the left. The only difference is that on casual you could do like 35k.
You're too slow.
By drifting to the right already in the first corner, which we can't on King. But yeah, for this race day it's enough. You only need 20.2 for dominate, because it's only 4 events in total, so 4 races in total in this one.
So what exactly is a drift called in the Italian version? Because it was like,
I haven't paid attention actually. In most languages, yeah, I think they call it derapata, but yeah, in most languages they just leave it to drift.
Like first I actually like read derpata.
But yeah, I think they translate to derapata. Actually.
Okay.
Oh, what's
derapata?
Thank you, Neo. The screen turned black for a few seconds. But
Oh.
We're fine. We're back.
Tech shenanigans.
yeah. Some tech cooking going on.
Absolute cooking. Derapata scarsa.
So yeah, we can even like cut through the sand. We don't need points anymore for this event. So we still need to be careful because like, the game will not pull you will not pull us too much in this last corner. So we don't want to go too far into the sand. And yeah, even when we try to go fast, we're still scoring so much more than the AI.
Yeah, it's like crazy. Yeah.
Even the Drift King, he only scores like 2.8, 3k. Only Rio is definitely the toughest one to beat in Drift events because you face him on layouts that don't have a lot of scoring potential. Especially if you don't know about the shenanigans we are doing right now.
Yeah.
So and yeah, he can score like up until 3.4k. So on those layouts, it can be a bit tricky. So we are here we are going for 2 drifts. On casual it would be only one, but
Yeah.
we're on king. It would be only this one. This one is only 1 hairpin, but on casual assist you can score nearly 30k points.
30k.
Yeah, with only one hairpin. But yeah, here we can score like a bit above 10, which it wouldn't be enough to dominate.
So any number we're going for here?
We are going for 10k.
10k.
We should be safe with 10k on the other one. And yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
enough.
easy.
Now the other one with just like 6k should be enough.
And yeah, if you're wondering why I pronounced derapata so well, it's because I know a bit of Italian.
Yeah, because
I know
you're-
quite a few languages, just to toot my own horn here.
That's the advantage of coming from a country with 4 official languages.
Yes, exactly, and English not even being one of them.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we can cut through the grass and try to clear as fast as possible. We need to not overshoot the hairpin though, otherwise it can leave you pretty far away down on the grass. So
Trying to get grip on the grass is, I imagine,
yeah,
a bit difficult.
yeah, you usually end up like almost near the barrier, like if you overshoot, because your car will just like you will go past the point where the game pulls you. So then you just like keep going
okay.
back. So yeah, off to the other drift we go. The other drift, no, we don't really need any particular strat or slowdown to get 6k. So we can just try to clear it and get our 6k points. And after that we will buy the Porsche, and we will see more speed challenges. And I guess that's what a lot of people who wanted to see this game wanted to see.
Yes.
Because that's what everybody remembers from this game. It's
Yeah.
the speed challenges.
It's something that hasn't been replicated in any
Yeah.
game. So again,
Yeah. I guess it's kind of a sprint mode in the other game, but like you don't go as fast. So yeah, we got the 6k. We are very much fine here.
so I was always like on the edge of my seat every time I did a speed challenge. 'Cause it's like it's so fast and like.
Yeah, and with the Porsche it will go really fast because it's so it scores decent amount of points, but conveniently enough it's also the best car for speed challenges.
Yeah.
At least as far as no DLC is concerned, because the McLaren F1 could go faster and goes faster, but it is only a DLC which is not even part of the DLC packs. It's a standalone car you had to buy separately.
Okay.
So like you already had like 2 or 3 packs of cars that were like €8 each, I think, which is a lot of money.
That
like,
is,
for like
a bit.
5 or 6 cars each. And then you have on top of that you had to pay on their own for the Bugatti Veyron, which is terrible on top of that, and the McLaren F1 that is OP and
Yeah.
pretty much the only really useful DLC car.
So it's like must be like the first game that EA made where paid DLC was a thing. wasn't it?
Carbon has EA downloader cars, but I don't really know if they were like you had to pay for them. This I'm not too
I'm
sure.
wondering, yeah.
Yeah, maybe someone knows. in
Yeah,
the
Because
chat, but
this
yeah.
must be, maybe this was the game that made EA what it is, or what it's
Oh no.
known for.
It
like
made the
these
monster.
days,
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot to sell the Viper.
Bye bye, Viper.
Yeah, he donated and and we just sell him. Like that's we
got
are
what we
so
needed.
yeah. We are so grateful, so ungrateful. The tires, NOS, and we will actually go for the body kit here for extra downforce.
Yes. The auto sculpt feature.
And here everything at the front will be soft and everything at the back will be stiff. And we go maximum ride height to make up for the bumps. And minimum tire pressure to the minimum. So here turbo and NOS all the way to the right as usual. And then we're gonna do a small glitch because we have level 2 transmission, so we can tune the gearbox. Tune it to maximum 6th and final gear, and then we revert back to stock transmission because normally you cannot tune the stock transmission. You cannot edit the tuning. But by doing what we did, by buying the stage 2 transmission, tuning it and then reverting to stock, we kept the tuning we put on the stage 2 transmission. It will carry over to the stock transmission.
But the stock transmission is actually better.
Yeah, because it's shorter, and the stock transmission with this gearing can already reach the 403, that is the cap anyway.
All right.
And so actually this gearing ratio allows us to keep the 400 without needing NOS or draft. Meanwhile, if we had the longer gearbox, we couldn't hold it. We could only have it with NOS, and like here we would lose speed by going straight without NOS or draft.
Now this is what we're here for, the speed challenge. This is awesome.
This is why we have the game soundtrack on.
Yes.
It's probably my second favorite soundtrack after the one I mentioned earlier.
It's also good, yeah.
And yeah, actually this layout, so it's in the Ebisu venue, and those layouts for a speed challenge are actually located in Fukushima. Because obviously this happened 4 years prior to the incident.
The incident.
Yeah.
The nuclear. The tsunami hitting the nuclear power station.
So yeah, we actually get to drive there when it was still fine.
Yeah. Is this still like a no like place where no one can live? I don't actually know this.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're driving where no one else lives at this moment in time.
It's true, yeah. The same with like on iRacing, they scan the racetracks that are not available anymore. So
maybe like the old Hockenheim ring, maybe? That's like a forest.
No, because
now?
like they couldn't ladder scan it because when iRacing got created, it already didn't exist. But they did that with Oran Park in Australia.
Yeah.
And yeah, and a few other tracks, which yeah, you have the old Silverstone as well, the old layout.
God, yeah, the old Silverstone.
And yeah, I haven't played for a while, so I think there's more now. But
yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, like the old versions of some of the tracks, like the old Hockenheim was like it's like faster than Monza, like even, and
actually this is one of the I can total it here on the jump, but we overtake them early enough this time.
You're too slow.
No, he's pretty fast.
Yeah, it was faster than usual this time. But yeah, if you end up behind those AIs during the jump, sometimes they will flip in front of you. And yeah, you don't really want to hit them because either you get a massive slowdown or you can even total it.
And also, the funny thing is, there's roadworks going on. Why do they have a race on a track where there's roadworks going on?
Because yes. Yeah, I lost a bit of speed, but we'll keep it for the end because there's a massive uphill at the end where we would lose a lot of speed. So I will keep my NOS for my final NOS bar for that part. And yeah, this is a top speed run, but our car is so fast that we can pretty much drive normally. The AI is nowhere near able to.
Oh, can we laugh at Terry Prescott for totaling their car?
Yeah, and
you're too slow.
And Bill Tarman as well. Yeah,
Bill and Perry.
They committed distruta.
Skill issue.
So with those two speed events, we are able to dominate the race day. Win, sorry, the race day. We don't go for dominate.
In 2022, the people from the last place returned to Fukushima. So people live there again.
Nice.
Nice. Thank you for that information.
All right, so we will go back to Infineon, where we will do the layout we did earlier already. But this time to dominate, we need the drag as well. And if we could play on casual assist, we could dominate with just the drift.
Yeah.
But it's not really easy because it's pretty tight on points. Like you have to reverse at the start to start to drift early enough. And yeah, even if you keep the full combo, sometimes you will fall short by like 1k. Luckily, we are running King Assist only, so the point threshold is more lenient, and so it makes it easier. Yeah, this is why I think this category is like welcome on the board, is because the normal any percent you have so many drifts, so many tough drifts that are really tight on point to do. If you want to get into this game, this category is a lot easier than the normal any percent, where you can use King Assist, because sure you still have drift layouts to cheese, but you don't have to go through the worst one.
Yeah.
So you're more.
It's not easy actually. Like.
It's not free, but like.
Yeah, it's not free.
The drift we are not doing in this run, it's next level, like Leipzig or the Autobahn Bridge drift. Those one are pretty tough. So yeah, one last engine blow, and then we are back to our best friend, the drift layout.
Hell yeah!
And I guess I will check my points, even though I should be. It shouldn't be that tight, but it's still better to know, like, if I have to... Just in case I have to... Okay, I need 20.311. No, it's the other layout, actually. Oops. So yeah, 20.311, that's roughly the same as we needed in the previous one, so... We should be very much fine here. So the strat will remain the same. At the top of the hill, we will go to the right. And hold it.
Try and hold this.
Tapping the brake a bit to slow me down, to not overshoot the corner. Here's third gear. Okay, the combo has been kept. So yeah, now we're good.
You can straighten out a little bit, but like you still can't like foot control on the left.
Yeah, this part can be a bit tricky, because if you straighten the car for too much or initiate a drift to the left accidentally, you will reset the combo and you won't be able to score over 20k points. Yeah, you would get a score around like 12, 13 maybe, something like that.
So while you speed through this, do we have time for
yes, we
donations?
Do. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. So, we did get an amazing donation for Street 1. So that's where the big noises came in, which means that we are $5 away from 14k. So if somebody from Stream 2 would like to snipe that milestone, take it away from those smug Stream 1 people, then we'll be well up for it. You do have the opportunity to snag yourself an ESA Winter shirt or a Goosebert t-shirt if you donate more than $40. If you donate $50 in a single sitting, you'll be in with a chance to win a PS5. We also have another prize, a Nintendo Switch, for anyone with donating $25 or more in a single donation. So so much to put that towards. And we've been sniped for 14,000. So
yes,
I mean, keep raising the money, guys. Back to you.
So yeah, we actually discovered last weekend, it's Levin who found that out, is that if you cap your FPS to 120 in this game, the animation in the menu, like the messages you see from winning the race day, dominating the race day, track record beaten, or even like the starting grid or the race end message, all of this plays slightly faster by a few tenths every race day, which adds up quite a lot, because you see this message a lot over the course of the run. And yeah, it's very strange that it's at 120, like not at 60, not at 30, not at 144.
You're too slow.
Not above, just at 120. 120 is a magic number, and it's the same with Carbon actually. It's a magic number for Carbon as well.
So RoboSparkle, just so we have been sniped. No, we didn't snipe.
No, we have been sniped, unfortunately.
Sorry, I misunderstood you there, because
sorry.
I cheered and I was like.
I mean, yeah, I mean, in general, we raised $14,000, but
that's good still,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. You know,
Come on.
still raising some wishes.
Yeah, stream 2 is like, come on, that should have been ours.
Yeah, it could be. Don't worry, guys. 15K still on you. I believe.
We have 1 hour to go still.
Yeah.
So get those donations
Yeah,
in.
maybe a bit less, hopefully, if everything goes well. Yeah, this drag can be a bit scary because it's very bumpy. And also your car is not really aligned straight, so you can really easily lose control and run completely to the side and flip the car. So hopefully that will not happen. We'll try to not... Oh! And yeah, here we go. Oh!
Oh, no,
Oh.
we're still...
No, okay, at least we're in.
a little bit off-roading.
Wait, can I just hold first and engine blow? Yeah, it will be faster.
Yeah, that's probably faster.
At least we didn't total it, so we don't have to go through the whole thing again.
Yeah.
At least we're on second attempt now. But it's kind of a miracle that we survived
That's,
that.
yeah, that was very Monk-esque. Yeah.
But at least I warned you guys that this layout can be...
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I can't imagine doing this with the Camaro, to be honest. Must be so bad.
So do you lose a bit of performance now because you heavily damaged?
Oh yeah, I have heavy damage, but I think this one is not tight on points, so it shouldn't matter too much. But yeah, we are... actually, it's still a decent time, like 12.21.
Oh.
And I lost sound in my headphone. It's back now, it's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the engine smoking from the engine. Heavy damage here. But yeah, we still got actually a decent time, 12.20. We shouldn't have issue. I guess we just lost 500 points from
from the damage.
from the damage, but this one is not tight because
You're too slow.
we're doing 2 races for the win. So this one is not an issue. It's this one. And we go with the Porsche, and I think this is what everyone wanted to see.
Nevada
Speed Challenge, yeah.
Yes.
You will see more because there's 3 of them on Rio as well.
Yeah.
After this, so yeah, but this is the teaser
Yeah.
because it's the shortest layout. So we'll try to quickly overtake the eyes. That can be a bit iffy. Okay, that's not too bad. So yeah, we will use 2 nose bar to get it to 400.
Over the jump here.
Yeah, and we have so much downforce
Okay, we have so much downforce that it just pushes you down.
we don't, we don't even take off.
This is a notorious part. Like so many times, I myself have totaled there. And Perry Prescott again.
Yeah, poor Perry.
The absolute.
The bill is gonna be heavy. Actually, even the amount of money you have to pay to repair the car depends of the value of your car. So, like having damage on the Porsche, for example, costs you a lot of money if you don't have a repair marker. And the worst is the McLaren F1 from the DLC.
Yeah.
Like if you just scratch slightly the car, you have to pay like 20k.
Guess it's supposed to be realistic, I suppose.
Yeah, it kinda is, yeah. Because I guess that's what you pay as well if you slightly scrap the McLaren F1. It's the price of a brand new car.
Didn't no, I was thinking Rowan Atkinson, you know, the guy who plays Mr. Bean, like he's big into cars. I think he has a McLaren F1.
Oh.
And he also had a Ferrari Enzo, and he crashed his Enzo once.
Oh,
so that must hurt.
Yeah. Even for him, I think it's pretty expensive to repair.
Yeah, for anyone it is.
So we have 2 more race days before unlocking the final showdown to before Rio. And actually these 2 events are really scary because there are speed challenges, but it's really narrow. It's Tokyo Expressway, it's really narrow for a speed challenge. And you have on this layout you have a jump that is very famous for killing runs and expensive cars. We can expect like 1 or 2 AIs to crash there. And yeah, we will just take it safe and slow down for that jump.
Perry Prescott isn't here, so at least...
Yeah. Because it's another, the expressway race days are other race days
Yeah.
made to showcase the DLC cars. So we are facing opponents that have
You
DLC
actually
cars.
break there.
Yeah, because
Okay.
that if you go full spin in that jump, you have like a good 60% chance of flipping.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because like when the physics when you land are really weird. Like you kind of land like you were on the moon, and the car like will just bounce,
Okay, yeah.
and yeah, you will. Yeah, God knows where you land, and you're
Jimmy-
very likely to flip the car.
Jimmy Plant totaled his car. Isn't that the guy from Black Sabbath?
I
No, not
don't
Black
know,
Sabbath.
I'm not a metal
Okay.
specialist, but yeah, expected
other-
two AI
thinking of-
committed two AI committed Distruta here. So.
I'm thinking of Robert Plant,
Oh
not
yeah,
Jimmy Plant. Yeah.
maybe it's his brother.
he face planted his car.
So the other one is a bit less cancer, but it's also a bit scary. I often pick up light damage on this one. Luckily, it's not really tight on points, so we should be fine.
So yeah, I think we haven't even mentioned it. Like the way you gain points in these kind of races is that you see on the leaderboard right there on the left side, the tempo obiettivo. That means the target time. So this is the time you're supposed to beat. Like if he's in the green, like he's minus 11 seconds at this moment. So this is the target time you're supposed to beat, and by how much you beat it, that's how much points the
Yeah.
game gives you.
Yeah, it's based on the delta
Yeah, it's like a
With
delta,
the-
exactly. Yeah.
with the target time. So that's why ideally you want a car that goes fast but has a shit target times.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we mentioned earlier, but like it's a pretty long run, so maybe people tuned in the middle of it, so it might be good to say it again. But the target time becomes from your car and the upgrades on it.
Yeah.
So some cars will naturally score more than others, and yeah, luckily the 911 Turbo is very fast and scores really good points.
I'm actually surprised how little the target time is for a car
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fast. So that's pretty good for a speedrun, obviously.
Yeah, I think it mainly comes from the fact that we are very fast with stock engine. And
Right,
engine usually affects the target time quite a lot.
Yeah.
Not for the Porsche though, because engine upgrade is bugged for the Porsche.
So it doesn't even do
So
anything.
it even slows down the car actually.
It slows down.
Yeah. If I had an engine upgrade, I would be slower. But it's
Right.
only with this car for some reason. At least among the relevant cars, it's only this one. But if there are other cars in this case, it's cars we don't really use.
Also, didn't you say like this is your favorite 911 variant
Yeah.
in this game?
Yeah, it's my not only in this game, but my favorite Porsche
Yeah.
period. It's this version of the 911 Turbo.
It is a beauty, that's for sure.
Yeah.
With the body kit as well, like that. I think it looks actually pretty good.
I mean, I like the stock body kit.
yeah,
as well.
stock is great as well. But
But yeah,
body
with
kit,
the body kit, it looks like an actual race car.
yeah.
So yeah, actually, those events are shorter than doing a drag. Those speed events.
Yeah, I was just thinking this is pretty fast.
Yeah, because usually a drag takes about a minute and a half, and you can clear that in. This layout is under 50 seconds, and the other one is like 55. Unfortunately for this race day, the other speed challenges available are in the longest layout. So for this one, it would be longer than a drag. So
Yeah.
we need a second. We need a second race to win the race day. So we will go with that drag, which is on the Tokyo Bridge.
Listen to the Lamborghini in the background.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we are gonna smoke that guy with
Yeah.
300 horsepower. Yeah, look at that. Where is he?
Nowhere to
I
be
can't
seen.
see him. Yeah, like actually, what's pretty embarrassing is that they are doing 16 seconds time. That means with the cobalt we got from Battle Machine, we could
Could have
beat those
even
guys.
them.
Because we did 12 seconds on it. You'd probably do a bit more on this one because the start is uphill, but
Yeah.
like the first half is
yeah.
uphill, but Like we won't lose 4 seconds. So yeah, 2 more engine blows, and then we will unlock the final showdown. And dominating this showdown will unlock us Rio, and then we will face Rio. But yeah, Rio is pretty long actually.
Yeah,
Because you have to face him in every race mode.
yeah.
Pretty much, and there's no like points to get on him, so you cannot skip anything. Like
Yeah.
you just have to beat him on
Yeah,
every
no
race. There's
Domination
yeah.
or something.
yeah, all the dominating stuff, it doesn't apply once you get to Rio or any of the other bosses, but we don't do it on this category. Because yeah, if we were doing all kings, it would take us over 4 hours RTA. Because yeah, the preferred timing method for this game is loadless.
Loadless, yeah.
Because the load can fluctuate a lot between from a computer to another.
Yeah.
So of course for marathon we go by RTA timing, but for the leaderboards it is loadless, and the loads are pretty long for this game. Like usually for this category you have like a good, I would say a good 6-7 minutes worth of loads. It could be more if you have a pretty bad computer.
Yeah.
Or if you have if we kept 2 very low FPS as well. So yeah, this 800 meters is pretty straightforward as well. Hopefully under 12 seconds. Ooh, under 12
Just
seconds.
about,
Yeah. 11.99 and... Oh, did an AI got 20.01? Did I read that correctly?
I was not looking, I'll be honest.
I've never remembered an AI could do a fast time here. Maybe I read badly, but...
Maybe it was Joe Tackett.
Imagine if it was Joe Tackett. Let me see it again.
19 actually, 1938 for one of them.
Wait, that's weird. We still appear in first, right?
Huh?
Oh no, it's 19, okay.
Yeah, 19.
Okay, so no, never mind, it's...
Yeah, we are first, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all good.
Okay, I thought it was like 13.01 for some reason instead of 19. Yeah, I brain lagged a bit. But yeah, 19 is very bad though, like...
Right,
Because
okay.
what with the Eclipse from early game, we were doing 16 already. And we are supposed to be against like the whole squad of Rio.
Yeah.
Like all his teammates are there, so yeah, it's pretty embarrassing for them.
That's so embarrassing. I would, yeah.
Yeah, they even struggle to beat the other AIs.
Sell their cars,
Yeah.
get new teammates, as I say.
Yeah, and we also have teammates from the Speed King here. And on the drag we got teammates from the Drag King against us, but...
Nice little play.
Yeah, it always does that in this race for some reason. I guess the spawning position is not correct.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
compresses the springs or whatever.
Actually, you have the same I know in Carbon you have some tracks where you spawn by slightly clipping the ground. So on those layouts you cannot nose straight at the start because the game will slow you down from clipping into the ground. You need to wait a few meters for the game to push you back up.
Okay.
It's only on some specific layouts, like... They just put the cube in Blender a few centimeters too low, I guess. So, yeah. Actually, in Winter 23, our plane with a few other French people turned around, so we had to go by car in the last minute, and we had to do 9 hours of Autobahn along the way, and it surely would have been faster if it was this Autobahn with this car.
Yeah. Probably, I imagine, yeah.
Because, like, yeah, we were not doing 400 the whole way. That's the Autobahn we prefer. And actually, there was a Pepega mode that got released last year.
Yeah, true.
And they actually, to add more memes, they gave the car a lot more power for the speed challenges. And also they removed the 403 kph cap. So in this game, in the speed challenges, you can reach almost 700. Like you can go to 680 something.
Damn.
So yeah, I've run the Pepega mod as well. So those speed challenges feels very fine for me, even Nevada, because yeah, in this run I had to do 680 kph Nevada speed challenges with a car with much worse handling than this one.
Okay.
So yeah, now going 400 on the autobahn in this game is a walk in the park, really, compared to those shenanigans.
Yeah, the Pepega mod is it looks really cool. Like there's a lot of Easter eggs, like on like the side of the track as well, like the billboards and stuff like that. It has like Red Dead Redemption 3 at some
yeah,
point.
it has
I
that
think.
for Red Dead Redemption 3.
And like the Coke cans are like Spezi cans.
Yeah. The Coke cans you can see in Autobahn are replaced by Spezi can, which is a popular soda in Germany.
Yeah.
And it's actually really good. I wish it was available elsewhere than in Germany.
They had it at Max today. What you do is just mix Coke and Fanta together.
Yeah.
And then you basically have Spezi.
But I don't know how it goes when you do it yourself, to be honest.
But just do half and half, basically.
Yeah. I never took the risk of doing it myself. Maybe I should.
You should try it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like everywhere you can go like refill the thing yourself, the cup yourself. Just put a bunch of Coke and a bunch of Pepsi. Not Pepsi.
Fanta, yeah. Fanta orange, yeah. Oh no, Joe Taquet distrutto l'auto.
Ah, Joe. Unbelievable.
No, Joe. Alright, so I think this was the last event. It was the third one, right? So we should have Angry Rio challenging us for the final boss. But don't worry, it's still like we won't be that much underestimate because it takes like around half an hour to beat Rio.
Still takes a while.
If we don't mess up, of course. But yeah, look at him. He's angry. He's more angry than last time even. Look at him.
That was the angriest Fringe I've ever seen.
And this is where the GTO will come in handy, actually, because we will have to go through a wheelie contest against Rio.
Yeah.
And as you might noticed, the Supra does not do wheelies.
No.
So this is where the GTO we collected over an hour ago will come into hand, because now we don't have to buy another car. And the GTO is not the best wheelie car in the game. The tune I put is not the best tune for wheelies in the game. Far from it even. However, it is enough to beat Rio. And it's just extra time lost to tune it more or to go for a better car. So that will do it. So
yeah, the cars have like blueprints in this game. Like you can have multiple blueprints for each car. However, you can't set a blueprint for a speed challenge and a grip challenge.
You need to change the game mode of the car.
Exactly. You can't have one car for multiple game modes. It's a
you need to switch it.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that. Like it would be cool if you could just keep the same car and just switch parts. That would be.
I mean, having to switch modes makes sense, but what I don't like is that the presets blueprint you get, which includes the starter 240SX we get, you cannot upgrade them without deleting the blueprint.
Yeah, exactly. You just everything gets deleted, like all the custom liveries from the cars
you have no way to recover the livery, and I think that's really unfortunate.
It is, yeah.
And actually, even in the Pepega mod, it's something that they couldn't.
They couldn't find a way to.
They couldn't find a way to get it to work. Like this game has not been reverse engineered, so it limits what we can do with it. So yeah, we pretty much have to. Yeah, we could only. The most of it was like adding cars. You can add cars, add layouts, add stuff like that.
Yeah.
Add tracks, change all the textures, but yeah, you cannot really change deeply like how the game works in itself.
And they added like a story mode as well.
Yeah, they completely. They remade all the cutscene. It has its own story and its own character as well, because you drive as Nick Cooper instead of
Cooper,
Ryan.
Ryan Cooper's brother.
Yeah. Cousin, I think.
Cousin, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, cousin!
Yeah.
It's a shout out to you!
So yeah, this is the longest layout from Nevada.
Yeah.
It's nearly 3 minutes. And yeah, with this car it's not too bad, but yeah, we still need to stay focused to not... Because like, as you can see, those poles are in those holes are not really far away from us. And they can quickly remind us what Nevada is about.
Yeah, exactly. We're not safe by a long shot.
And actually, in my practice runs, Rio was always committing total head in...
Yeah, he's not. He's actually pulling
Yeah,
through.
and
What a guy.
Yeah, he's actually keeping up.
We'll see if he's still alive at the end, but...
Yeah, and he has 2 more speed events to survive as well.
Yeah. I remember when I played this casually, I just... I think I lost once first, and then I had to redo the event, and I just crashed into him and made him total, and then I just cruised to the finish.
Actually, I think as a kid it already happened to me to crash after he crashed himself, so I had to
Yeah,
redo the race.
that's very
And
unfortunate.
yeah, I was really angry.
Yeah.
And actually, in the sprint run, I guess it could happen because like I won't lift off
You're
if he
too
totals
slow.
because like I still need to beat it as fast as I can, right? So because it's a speed run, so maybe it can happen in this run that we both crash out. And yeah, if he crashes out, you still have to reach the finish line. You cannot just you can just throw your car in the bin and skip it. It doesn't
Yeah,
work.
of course. Yeah.
So okay, this is the last big
Wait.
part where it can go wrong. So
What is the thing? To finish first, you have to finish first.
Is it
He
enough?
said to finish
It
first.
is enough.
To finish first, you must first finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the line. So yeah, 259 is way more than we need. The best Rio can do is I think 216 or something like that at the absolute worst. So we are fine.
Yeah.
But of course, in this game, it's possible to do 400 meters wheelies, like to wheelie until the finish line.
Yeah.
With the proper car and the proper tuning, you can
Yeah.
do it. Maybe even with a GTO, it's probably possible. The car is probably good enough for it.
Time for a quick donation while
Yes.
you're... Yep. So, rather appropriately named, we have Vroom Guy,
Oh.
who's donated $10, presumably after driving around hell, who has written, "How cursed is this game on a scale of 1 to 10, Mr. Cousin?"
Oh, a 10, a good 10.
I wouldn't say that much.
Just a quick...
And with the drift,
yeah.
like, the
just
drift make them a solid 10.
Okay.
Yeah, and just a quick reminder, that one didn't go to any of the incentives. But when you donate, if you click on the targets tab, you can put your donation, whatever it is, towards our incentives. So for extra content later on in the marathon, you don't need to meet the whole thing all in one go. You can just contribute towards the collective goal. So that's obviously free. So yeah, if you are going to make a donation, yeah, please do that. We can get additional content for Tabari and for Super Mario Galaxy 2 tomorrow.
Very nice.
Well,
And
yeah.
since Room Guy is here, I have to do this real quick. I'm really sorry, but I have to sing a little song for Room Guy
Oh, yeah.
in Hungarian. Fingom sagato bűzlik az utca. Okay, I'm done.
And actually, Rio did total red on this one. He survived the first layout, but yeah.
So we can just cruise now. No, this is
I
still
mean,
a
if we,
speed round.
yeah, since this is a speedrun, we cannot actually. So yeah, we'll just go through the end of this, and then it's gonna be the 800 meters, and then the last speed event. And yeah, actually this was a top speedrun, but it doesn't really matter because
Doesn't
Rio.
matter if he kills himself.
Yeah, and even if he doesn't, like Rio is pathetically slow, so we wouldn't have any trouble, so we can just drive through the race as we would normally. So now we go through the 800 meters, and it's actually the same layout that almost killed us earlier.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully it will go better.
But he killed himself. Showdown King, by the way. Just saying.
I don't think I've ever seen him total head on the drag. So sometimes he jumps the start, but he can always do the other attempts.
I think I may have played around with this as well, like
Oh
casually.
yeah, you
just,
can
like,
push him off.
Push him off.
You're too slow.
Okay, let's try to not flip. And
It tried.
Yeah, it tried. And yeah, as you can see, Rio is a lot slower than us, so we can engine blow twice once more. He cannot beat our time.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, since we have time for a jump start instead of an
You're
engine
too
blow,
slow.
do you want me to run over the grid girl?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. She will just despawn though, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, we can just do that. Should I do it again?
They didn't
there's
have,
one more.
They didn't have the opportunity to make ragdoll animations for the great girl.
Yeah, they didn't want the game to be 18 plus.
Yeah, probably.
So it just
This is not GTA, no.
So let's do it again. It's only 1 second. So whatever. It's the last time we have.
Just ceases to exist.
Alright, so it's one last speed event because Rio, yeah, he didn't have enough by losing twice
Yeah.
by a big margin, and then we have actually a second race day in Tokyo to beat Rio once and for good, because apparently what we are doing is not enough to prove that we are better than him. We didn't prove enough yet, so
Obviously.
so we'll have to face him in Tokyo as well, where it's gonna be 3 grips and 2 drifts. And yeah, we will actually we'll keep our Porsche and we'll just swap it to grip mode.
Yeah.
We won't take the entire time to tune it the best way, because it would just be like, for only 3 grips it would just be wasting time in the menu. So it's gonna be a basic, fairly basic tuning. And yeah, the reason why we run maximum ride height on the speed challenges is because like this layout, especially in Nevada, is very bumpy.
Yeah.
And if we had minimum ride height, that would be better for grips. We would our floor would hit the ground way too often, and it would yeah, lose us quite some speed.
Yeah. Like you can tell, like by the way, like the car behaves. You're going over bumps.
Yeah.
It's really bumpy here.
This car is really stable. It's,
Yeah, no, it is,
I
yeah.
really like this car. It's already my favorite Porsche, but on top of that, it's really good to drive in the game. It's
Yeah.
very satisfying because it's so grippy. It feels very natural to drive. Yeah, I love this car. Okay, one more corner here, and we will be done with the first half of Rio. We survived Nevada.
Nice. Let's go.
Alright, so small walk back to the menu to swap our Porsche to grip. So turbo.
Yeah. Another annoying thing is you have to reinstall all the
Yeah,
upgrades.
I have to reinstall everything. Yeah. Okay, the game didn't give. Sometimes you can unlock a stage 4 parts through the race days. It's a random small chance,
Okay.
but the game didn't give it to us this time around. But yeah, I won't go through like suspension, gearbox and stuff. I'd be just fine with turbo and NOS tuning. It's only for 3 races, so I won't waste so much time. So yeah, we only need 2 cars, and off we go. The first grip will be a time attack. And this time I won't like keep my NOS for the fastest lap or everything like that, because I don't need the points. And yeah, I could drive like an idiot. I would still beat Rio. So because Rio laps like 6 or 7 seconds slower lap than me. So we will go for a raw ride here, but not in the first lap, because I actually lost 2 runs in 2 weeks by flipping the car in the first lap here. So
I was actually,
for some reason it's only in the
that,
first
yeah.
lap. So yeah. Yeah, the barrels as well can be a bit nasty. Luckily, we have them out of the way for the next few laps.
They don't respawn.
No, they don't respawn,
Good.
thankfully. And yeah, here you can see that because like I'm playing with traction control off and I'm flooring it. But the game still holds me a bit on the power, so... Yeah, there's no true no assist for this game, sadly.
Yeah.
Now after up 2, we need to be careful a bit in this downhill. Sometimes it can go pretty wrong. And yeah, now without the barrels, the wall ride is a lot better.
Wall riding is... Have you seen that clip of that one NASCAR driver who did, did that last year?
Yeah, it was... and actually said it was because he did it on his PlayStation.
Yeah! It's crazy.
So he thought he might as well try it. And actually it got banned from NASCAR now. So
really?
Yeah, so
No way.
It won't be seen ever again.
That is a sad moment.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I understand because now that it's done once, like everyone would want to do it.
And I guess it
properly.
would be pretty dangerous.
It is
as well.
dangerous, yeah.
If several people go for it, I think it could go pretty bad.
Yeah, probably would, yeah. Well, would be interested to see how they worded the that rule specifically. What did they say? You just must not wall ride, but they must define the wall ride. Like, how is that? How is like that defined?
Yeah, I guess it will be just like the marshals judging it case by case.
Probably, yeah.
And they would probably act only like if you gain advantage out of it, I suppose.
I swear my throttle was just stuck wide open. I had to, I just couldn't, yeah.
I mean, in motorsport, it's not because you didn't do it on purpose that you shouldn't be penalized.
Yeah.
The intention doesn't always matter.
I saw that too, Cass Red Fox. Yeah, like every driver was like, and one driver was like on the radio saying, "Ha, I guess it does work."
But I think his car, it would only work on the last lap though,
Yeah,
because I think his car was
actually got damaged.
Yeah, I think his car was kind of badly damaged.
It was, yeah.
After that. So okay, so here we will not go for any shenanigans because we only need to score more than Rio. And the most he can do is like 3.5 or something. So just by starting earlier in the first corner, we should be very clear of him. But actually on casual assist you can cheese it up to like 19k, something like that.
Yeah.
Which you have to do it on the All Kings category because you have this layout on the way to Akikimura.
Is there the King Assist only variant on All Kings as well?
Yeah, it's on all categories, but sadly the boards are empty for All Kings King only, which is a funny name for a category.
Yeah.
and for Hundo as well. But Hundo is really long, so I understand there's no...
So if I was to do a King Assist only All Kings run, it would automatically be world record right now?
Yes, it would, yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll do that. Maybe not.
So that would be an incentive to pick up this game. You have a free record out there.
Yeah, free record, yeah.
Yeah, and it wouldn't require much reroute because by the end of this run on King only, we would unlock 3 out of the 4 Kings. We would only be missing like 4 grip records, so...
Yeah, I mean that's...
So I think All King could be done with only a small reroute.
I mean, you could show me how to download the game onto one of the streaming PCs.
Completely legally.
And yeah, of course, yeah. And I'll just do it over the week. Why not?
Yeah. Could even do the record at ESA on the practice room.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can just wall ride this now that we don't need points anymore. Actually, through those 90 degrees corner in casual, it really pulls you a lot. You can almost go flat out in all of this corner.
Okay.
and the game will catch you. But on King, I still have to be somewhat careful. And we are off to the next grip. We actually haven't beat Rio by that much, but that because we didn't really try. Like we only tried to beat him, not more.
Beating him is the important bit anyway.
Yeah. So now it's the Sailor shootout, and actually Rio will cheat at the start here because we're supposed to start at the same time, but he always starts slightly before you. So he's actually cheating.
I mean, he has all-wheel drive. Do you have all-wheel drive?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
This is why we pick this Porsche over the other ones.
Right.
Because it's the only Porsche that is all-wheel drive. And for speed events and grip, all-wheel drive is actually pre-OP.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only good non-all-wheel drive car is the McLaren F1. It's the only exception because I think they made it pretty weirdly. It has partially the undercover physics. So that's what makes it like so grippy and so fast, even though it's a wheel drive.
What about the Koenigsegg?
I think it's not great. I think it's not too bad, but yeah, it's worse than the F1 for sure.
Okay.
Okay, so one more lap. Rio actually still holds two sectors now, only one, but the one he has is from the start when he jumped
even
the start.
If you don't get this one.
Yeah, I don't need it. I'm way ahead of him. Well, actually, I won't even get all sectors.
Yeah. That is kind of interesting. But yeah, we don't need it.
Yeah. But I guess Resident Evil 4 moderators would reject the run for that. For not beating the track records, not as fast as possible.
So the 100% category for this game is also... is there a run for it?
Yeah, for the unrestricted assist, yeah.
Okay.
There is, I think, 3 runs for it.
Right, okay. How long is that?
It's 7 hours something, I think. Loadless.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably try to go for 100% at some point.
Yeah.
I plan to keep playing this game actually after ESA. Yeah, I want to improve my All Kings PB. I want to tackle as well the unrestricted any percent, and yeah, also Hondo. At least one Hondo run has to be done, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
oopsie.
That wall was sticking out.
Yeah.
It's okay. We are fine. We are still flying Alpha ship.
All is well. Ryan Cooper doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah. Actually, that won't be enough to beat Rio, but it's okay. I will get it on the second attempt.
Just go again.
Yeah, he's beat us by 50 points. But it's okay. Like on this race, you can score like even on King, you can score like 6K pretty easily, and Rio cannot do better than like 3.4, I think, something like that. So yeah, if we don't hit that thing again, we should be fine. Yeah, we are already fine. He can already not beat this.
Yeah.
Like, so we can just go straight, get this out of our way, and finish the race.
Easy.
Yeah, we have only one race after this, so we should be underestimate.
By quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Can we actually? We are the savior of Stream Team today. Me, I'm working for as a volunteer for the scheduling team. I'm loving what I'm seeing right here.
And yeah, I guess if being too low underestimate is an issue for tech, you can just whisper in my ear because there's maybe some stuff I can show after the run we need to.
We could just show a casual drift.
Yeah, casual drift,
yeah,
and
we'll
also drag with the rocket ship Camaro for ILs for individual levels.
Yeah.
This type of stuff. So yeah, but since we picked up so much delay, I guess.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
quick little casual drift would be cool to see. I would say.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they can whisper in my ear if they need to make up time, if they need to take advantage of the made up time, or if we need to stall a bit. I hear it. I hear you too quietly. Okay, so okay.
We appreciate your efforts in helping to bring us back on time.
So yeah, this is the last race in the run, a 4-lap grip, the final showdown against Rio. Who's gonna be the new Showdown king?
It's Ryan Cooper.
Oh, don't spoil it, it was about to be so tight. Oh, never mind, we can already not see him. Yeah, the last chicane of this track actually is a bit scary. Yeah, it can be unfortunate to lose a run to this very last chicane, so...
God, that would be terrible if that happened.
Yeah. Okay, 2 more laps, and yeah, Rio is very far up the distance.
Can we lap him is the question.
Sometimes I got pretty close to it, and I remember as a kid I did, but for some reason in most of my runs I don't, even though I have like a much better car and stuff, so... Maybe it's just worse on the PS2, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Could be possible. Would be cool if we can
That
lap
would
him,
be
but
really cool, yeah.
I think he's a bit too far away though.
I think it's gonna be rather...
Yeah, we're only 20 seconds ahead and we are doing like 40-second lap, a bit less. So... Yeah, we are gonna be too far away to lap him, sadly.
Sadly.
So yeah, 1 more lap before becoming the new Showdown king.
Time ends when you cross the line?
Yeah, timer ends when I cross the line. We can... On the next lap though, not on this one. 1 more lap. So yeah, now it will be on the finish line when we come back to it. Oh, so close yet so far from Rio.
Yeah.
1 more lap and we will...
Yeah,
lap
1 more
him.
lap would have been enough.
But the Grip King, actually, you can lap him in the final race. You can even lap him, it's a 4-lap race as well, on a longer track. And you can lap him on lap 3, like it's really embarrassing.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, the Kings in general are notoriously known to be bad, like even the other AIs in the game are better than them, like it's quite poor game design. So yeah, time is coming up here. And time.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you. So we are gonna through the final cutscene, and you can see the points we get from the delta time. It's the only time we have time to show it. So yeah, we are in the Laydale Showdown.
Ryan Cooper!
So yeah, thank you ESA for having this run.
Finally, yeah.
Yeah, it was back up twice before getting in. So yeah, thank you very much for showcasing this game. I think this is the first time we see this game in a marathon ever, whether it's online, offline, whatever. So it's this game finally gets the love it deserves to have, and yeah, it's really good that it's ESA that gets to show it off. I'm really happy about it and happy to be back here again. So yeah, shout out to the Need for Speedruns community, and especially those who helped me with the routing or to learn some of the drift layouts. So Sliven, Ice especially, they taught me a lot for those drift races. Whether it's for this category or for all kings, so yeah, big shout out to them. And Ice, of course, did the French restream, so even better. So yeah, we won Rio's car. and a 300k bucks, which is nice. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it, because yeah, we need to catch up on time. So yeah,
Let's do it.
thank you everyone again, and yeah, thank you ESA. I hope to be back again in the next edition. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the event, whether you're on site or on stream. And yeah, I'll see you around.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, cousin. Absolutely fantastic run. And thank you very much for only blowing up many of your engines. All right, great stuff. I think we're going to go into a short intermission. That's while we set up for the next run. Green Snow Dog will be running Katamari Damacy Reroll, doing the 80% category. So all to look forward to. Yeah, we will be back then very soon once we're set up.